Right. Meanwhile, Gillingham manager Gareth Ainsworth will have heart surgery on Friday, which will mean he'll need around a month away from the game to recover. I'm delighted to say I can speak to him now. Gareth, it seems a silly question, but firstly, how are you?
Yeah, hi Vicky. Yeah, I'm absolutely fine, and that's the reason I want to, make people aware of this because I had absolutely zero symptoms, and I feel fit as a fiddle as I always have, and yeah, it's amazing that I've got to go in for heart surgery on Friday.
I know you keep yourself very fit as well, don't you? So look, let's talk about how did you find out that you needed to go in for heart surgery?
Yeah, so the LMA, the League Managers Association, the union we all belong to, if you're in work, they'll give you an annual checkup every year because obviously the stresses of football management. And yeah, this year a murmur was found just on a stethoscope, and I always used to think a stethoscope was just a tick box exercise, but actually no, it's picked up a valve issue that I have, and yeah, that needs sorting. So the LMA really, potentially have saved me having something nasty happen. So yeah, can't thank them enough. And like I say, I urge everyone to make sure that they take these health checks because they really do flag up some important stuff.
So Gareth, you had absolutely no other symptoms whatsoever.
Nothing at all. I've obviously got the ups and downs of most football managers, and as you say, Vicky, I keep myself quite fit. I've joined in training now and again, and it's still hard to believe that I need this, but obviously, there's extensive tests done, and I've been here for scans and here, there, and everywhere, and I've actually heard the murmur myself, through a stethoscope, and yeah, it's definitely something that needs sorting. But as I say, it could happen to anyone, and I've been told there's a lot of people walking around with a condition like this, and they just don't get the health checks we get. So make the most of them, and I urge people to go and get themselves checked out.
Just what went through your mind, though, just if you don't mind sharing that moment when they told you, actually, you've got a serious problem here and you're going to need surgery on your heart?
Yeah, there's a couple of moments really. Initially finding out that I needed something or something was wrong with the heart, it's a bit of a shock because you feel like that's the one organ that you want to stay intact and you want to stay healthy. So the initial one was a shock, and then the follow up with the cardiologist, thinking that I may have to have something in the groin or through one of the veins, which all sorts of technology can do nowadays. And he said, no, we're going to have to go through the chest and into the breastbone. Then that hit you that you're thinking, oh wow, this is more than just an in and out operation, So, but again, I'm super positive. I know that I'll be back stronger. Just gutted, I'm going to have to miss probably a month of football at the least when the team's doing so well. And well, I've got a real capable assistant in Richard Dobson. We've been together a long time. He almost lives and breathes what I say. So yeah, really, really competent and capable. So I'll be watching from afar.
Yeah, good. I hope you will be watching from afar, meaning that you will rest and recuperate. I know it's going to be difficult for you, but that's really vital, isn't it, that you actually do give yourself a chance to get over this properly.
Yeah, Vicky, you're not the first one to say that. I've had family and friends and even people at the football club. And I'll have to give massive credit to Brad and Shannon Gallinson, the owners here at Gillingham there. I sort of was going into them thinking, oh, my word, I've got to miss a month of football here. So I'm going in saying, look, I might be able to delay it to the end of the season. And they said, Gareth, get it done as soon as you can. We're not letting you let this lie. You have to get this done. So they were absolutely fantastic and give me all the backing. But I promise, Vicky, that I'll take my time and I might have to put one or two more buttons up on that shirt now, but we'll see.
We shall see. Look, there has been lots of people sending their best wishes on social media. How important has that support been for you? And have you been getting plenty of messages?
It's been great. The football community really comes together, and ex-players and friends and family around, yeah. But as I say, the main thing for me was to say, please get yourself checked out. I know there's a few managers been through a few health scares in recent years. Never ever dreamed I'd have anything wrong with me. I thought, I've had the usual of the ankle replacement and a false hip, and I think there's plenty of us gone through that sort of stuff. But when it becomes, something serious that is a threatening condition, then the LMA have been absolutely fantastic. And I have to say, from start to finish, they've been a real gem for me. They've been organising and sorting everything behind the scenes So we are in good hands. But no, thanks to everyone who sent the messages, and like I say, I'll be back stronger.
Yeah, OK, it's really good to hear. Just finally, I know you've took training this morning, so you are going to take your foot off the gas. I know Dobbo, you said, is going to take charge of things. But what do your players think about this? Are they pleased they're going to get a break from you for a bit?
I'm not sure. We announced it after the game Saturday, and even my staff said, you couldn't even do that seriously. You had to crack a joke when you mentioned that you were going to be off for a month. And I can't remember what I said, but I got them all smiling. And honestly, the more positive they are, the more together the boys are, the more success they'll have. They know exactly what I want. They know exactly what Dobbo's going to demand from them while I'm away. And like I say, I'm watching from afar. I've definitely banned from Saturday. I'm definitely out for Saturday's game against MK Dons, but I'll be back for the one after from afar, I promise.
All right, good. You have promised to be live on telly, so thank you for that. And we look forward to seeing you back in the studio perhaps soon when you're well enough. Thanks, Gareth.
Thanks very much. Thanks, Vicky.
Take care.